Hey everybody, it's Chris, and today I just want to share what Gabriel and I went over a couple days ago about Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. We're using the King James Version Bible, and you can find the stories that we are covering today in Joshua chapters 1 through 6. Okay, Big Gabe, so we are talking about Joshua in the city of Jericho today, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so Joshua was the son of Nun, and he became the leader of the people of Israel after who passed away?
Moses,
that's right. So God spoke to Joshua and let him know that he was going to be with him just like he had been with Moses.
God was going to protect them, and God was going to protect everything.
Yeah.
God was going to have his back.
God told Joshua that they were going to take over a land that was across the Jordan River. And the city was called?
Jericho.
Jericho, that's right. Now Jericho was a pretty strong city. They had a lot of protection. They also had what?
Big, thick walls.
Huge walls that people couldn't knock down. One day Joshua sent out how many spies?
2 spies.
2 spies to go check out the city to see what they were kind of up against. So once the 2 men got to the city, they came across a woman named
Rahab.
Rahab was a woman who wasn't really living holy. She wasn't doing the right things. But Rahab had decided to help the 2 men out. And what did she do to do this?
He tried to hide the 2 spies on top of the roof.
And she used stalks of flax to cover them up when the king's men came a-looking for them.
But the king's men couldn't find them.
Right, that's right, because Rahab did a good job of hiding them, right?
Yeah.
The men were safe from the king's men, and they had a talk with Rahab, and they told her that she would be spared because she helped them out. So Rahab used a scarlet thread to let the men out of the house so that they could get out safely. And they told her to keep that scarlet thread in the window so that they would know exactly where she was when they came back. All right, so it was time for them to get going. So Joshua told everybody to sanctify themselves. They were about to start seeing some amazing things from God.
First, they had to get past the river.
They had to get through the river. So the priests got the Ark of the Covenant and they stepped in the river. And as soon as they stepped in the river, what happened?
It was split in half.
The river split in half and the people were able to get across on dry land.
That was cool, man.
So how many people were in the army getting ready to fight?
40,000.
About 40,000 people were prepared to fight in the Battle of Jericho. So now that they were over there, they had to get through those big walls, right?
Yeah.
So what did God tell them to do?
God told them to march around the city of Jericho one time for 6 days.
One time over 6 days. So on the 7th day, what did they do?
They walked around Jericho 7 times.
7 times. And on the 7th time, what happened?
They did the same thing, but they let the people blow their horns.
The priests blew their horns and trumpets. And what happened if you didn't have a trumpet or horn?
They just shouted.
They shouted. They yelled at the top of their lungs. So after they did what the Lord had told them, the walls fell down flat.
After the walls fell down, they started fighting.
They started fighting. They were getting it in. They destroyed everything and everybody except for who? Rahab and her family. So she was saved because she had helped them earlier.
Also saved the treasures, gold and silver.
The gold and silver and the iron and stuff like that. They saved all those for the Lord's treasury.
Joshua was famous. He was awesome.
It was awesome. We need to remember that God is going to make a way out of no way. So there's no need for us to be stressing out over the day-to-day obstacles that come up. As long as we continue to follow Christ, he will always lead us in the right direction. Victory. So we hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Have a blessed day. Take care.